All right, hello, my people. My name is Engineer Singo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you see this video. For some time now, I've not made video on social media because I've been busy, pretty busy with other things. So, but today I decided to come online to make this video because I have been receiving so many comments, questions from especially our young ladies, trying to let their minds on what they are passing through in their relationships. And from several questions that I've gotten, I've decided to, instead of answering us singularly, so I decided to answer us on social media so that each can now be able to get an answer from what I'm saying. So here, what am I going to discuss today? I'm going to discuss ways women lose good men without noticing their values, So now I want you to prepare your mind. Now you are still a youth to avoid these single mistakes. One of them is taking a man for granted. A man have been so long seeking your attention. Yes, maybe initially you had interest, but all of a sudden you started seeing your interest going downwards, and you no longer see any of his values. I want to let us be careful with the way we take our men for granted. Sometimes the man might not have money now, but I must tell you the truth. Every man who is determined in life will always make it. Any man who is not lazy, do not take that man for granted. The man might not have anything now, So I want you to pay attention. Be mindful of millions of women out there who is ready to take that young man away from you, just because of your carelessness. So number 2 is not communicating well or not even communicating effectively. Some of our young ladies don't have that mental capability to hold a meaningful conversation with a guy. Sometimes before the man comes, you have already programmed in your mind what the man wants from you, without yielding to meaningful conversation, communicating effectively with that man, So, and one of the things again in this aspect is when you are expecting that man to read your mind, and eventually when that man did not read your mind correctly as you expected, you become mad at him and maybe started losing interest in such a man. The truth is that every single man has a lot in his mind in this recent age, and may not be able to pay such unwavering attention, to reading your mind to that extent of correctness, so you should be aware and be mindful when you are losing communication with that man that is coming close to you. Then the third one is being dismissive about how you make this man feel. Okay, what do I mean? Like being overly defensive, So you should a kind of I don't know how to place it for you to understand it, but what I mean is in response to how he feels, basically not liking being held accountable for your actions on how you make him feel. You understand me? Yes, I know that you have been hurt countless times by men, but this does not mean there are no good men out there. That is the truth. So I would advise that you begin to gradually pull down, your defense against men. Start pulling them down gradually, those boundaries that you have set against men, because Mr. A, B, C, D to infinity have hurt you. Therefore, you have decided to be stiff-necked, against men. You understand me? So start gradually pulling them down so that you'll be able to get acquainted with another man. Then the last but not the least is being selfish and unwilling to compromise your standards, and personal beliefs, because of maybe what you have passed through, what your parents have passed through, what your society have turned everybody into, you just believe that this man, because he's not speaking your language, this man, because he's not maybe showering you with money, you felt that this man is not compatible with you. But the truth is this: there are no two people on this planet Earth that are compatible in this life. What do I mean? Compatibility. If you go to English dictionary, compatibility means when you have two or more items or two or more things coming together, coexisting or in a reaction, and they will have no problem or conflict. And this you cannot find in human being. Even your mother, you are not compatible with your mother. You are not compatible with your father. Even your siblings, even twins are not compatible, because in one way or the other, they get to offend the other. So they are not compatible. But what you do is that you have to choose, you have to decide to be with this man, you have to decide to give this man a chance. You must learn to be mature, learn to be flexible, in your dealings with men. This will help you to give that man the chance for you to know him the more and decide if you want to go into a relationship with him or not. So my lesson to every young lady out there is this. At this your young age, as a youth, you may think you have absolute no need of a man being around you, maybe because of one hurt or the other. But let me tell you something. As you get older, and when you finally become old, you will understand how lonely this life could be without a companion. Take this home and think about it. Maybe if you have further comments, you can let me know so that we can forge ahead with it. I am open to advising us the much I could or the much I can. Thank you and God bless you.